Hi.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the webinar today. Um, this is Anika, and I have with me Jadene. We are live from Milan. We are both teachers at Milano Meravigli. And whenever you join us, let us know where you're from and introduce yourself. Okay, so we can start by introducing ourselves. My name is Anika, and I'm originally from Bangladesh. And I have been living in Italy for about 5.5 years. And I used to live
Well,
in Malaysia before that. Yeah.
very,
And
very
Jadine,
exciting.
do you want to tell us something about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Jadene. I'm from London in England. And I'm a teacher at the Myes Meravigli School in Milano, but I'm very new. So actually, I've taught no lessons in the school, only online. It's very strange. I
Okay.
moved to Italy in October.
Hmm.
Um, so it's been very crazy, a very
Hmm.
strange time.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like you just came, and this is a really strange
It's
period.
not bad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So do you like Milan so far, Jadine?
I do. There are things I like about it, and there are things I don't like about it. Um,
Hmm.
but I think Milan is a very beautiful city, and I really like the food. I like the
Mm-hmm.
architecture, so I like the buildings. Um,
Yeah.
but it's quite a busy city, and I think sometimes the people can be quite rude.
Oh, right. Yeah. In a busy city, that's the case sometimes. Oh, here we go. We have some
Exactly.
comments showing up.
Hello. So we have a Stephanie who is Peruvian, but so I live, Stephanie, Live, in Genoa. Welcome. And also Massimo from Bologna. Hello.
Yeah. Hi,
Oh,
guys.
and a photographer. Okay, cool. Do you
Yeah.
take pictures of people or of places or something else, Massimo? Tell us.
Hmm. That's an interesting question.
Hmm.
Okay. So, while we're waiting for you guys to join in, tell us about yourselves. We can move ahead with the lesson. So, today we're going to talk about likes and dislikes. Okay.
Okay.
So, here is the plan for today. So in this focus activity, we are going to talk about different levels of like and don't like.
Okay.
We're going to talk about the third person and asking questions. Okay, so third person is something that I think many students know about, but still make a lot of mistakes on. Don't you think so,
Mm.
Jadine? So
Yeah,
it's
it's very
important to be
easy
careful.
to forget that you need to conjugate the third person differently. Because in
Yeah,
English, our conjugations, when we put the verb and the subject, is very simple. So I think people can forget that they need to change it. Um,
yeah,
Massimo has said, I am a wildlife and underwater photographer. That's very cool.
yeah.
Very,
It's
very,
really
very cool.
nice. Yeah. Okay, very adventurous. So now about phrases, different phrases to talk about likes and dislikes. So we have some phrases which are not in order, and we have to think about putting them in order. So can I ask you, Jadine, to read the list for us, please?
Okay, so number one, I don't like. Number two, I love. Number three, I hate. Number four, I don't mind.
Mhm.
Number five, I like. And number six, I really like.
Right, very nice, very nice. So the first phrase obviously is I love. So what should come
Right.
after it? So if you guys who are watching know what comes
Hmm.
next, please put down the number and the phrase that should come next.
Mm.
Okay,
So
so
I love.
while we're
There's
waiting,
not really, there's not really anything above this, is there? It's like the most you can
No, I don't
care
think
about
so.
something or want to be near it. I love it. I love it. Is there anything that
Yeah.
you love, Anika?
Well, it's a good question. I love reading, especially these
Oh,
days.
nice.
I'm doing a lot of it. Yeah.
Yes.
I love reading. And what else? I want to say I love traveling, but I don't want to think about it these days too much.
Oh, okay. Okay,
What
it's been
about you? What is
difficult.
something you love doing?
Um, I love food, but more than food, I love eating food.
Okay.
Not not so much cooking, but eating food, I love it.
Yeah, that's amazing. So one thing to note is how we are using gerund after love. For example,
Yeah,
Jadine said, I love eating, and I said, I love reading. So tell us about
yeah.
yourself, what you love doing. So, wow, Massimo has, so hi,
Whew,
Severio, and Massimo says the answers all in one go.
that's fine. We can take it.
Yeah.
If anyone else wants to answer as well, you can. Hi, Severia. Stephanie also loves eating food. High five through
Mm-hmm.
the screen. And
Mm-hmm.
Gemma says hi. Hello. So, what do
Great.
you love doing?
Yeah. So yeah, tell us more about what you love doing. So let's look at Massimo's answer. You have 2, 6, right? So we next we have definitely I really like. Well done, Massimo. Great job.
Excellent.
So like for example, I really like writing sometimes. Yeah, I don't do much
Okay.
of it these days, but sometimes I really like writing short stories. What about you, Jaden? Do
Oh,
you is
nice.
there something you really like?
I'd like to read some of your short stories, Anika. Um, Actually, Emily and I were talking about starting a writing club, so we'll get back to this. Um,
Oh, cool.
I really like going for walks. I don't love it. I don't love, I
Hmm.
mean, now I love it because I'm not allowed to go outside. But I really like it. I really enjoy it. So, oh, we've got some really healthy people here. So, Stephanie, I love running. And Gemma, I love
Hmm.
doing Pilates. So,
Very
very
nice. Yeah,
healthy. Healthy guys,
very healthy.
active.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, I don't particularly like going running, but I just do it because I have to to stay
I
healthy.
hate running. I hate running. I like Pilates,
Yeah.
but running, I cannot. I get very bored.
I get you. I mean, unless you have some good music on, it's hard to enjoy running. Yeah.
That's true.
So, anything else you guys want to share? Please go ahead. So, next up, so I think Massimo is right again. He says 5, I like. So, I think he is right. So, let's check it out. I like. Okay, so what is something you like, Jaden? And the rest of you
Um,
also tell us about it.
I like having showers.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, I like to
Okay,
have a shower. I don't love it. I
okay.
don't want to shower all the time, but I enjoy it. I enjoy
Okay, yeah, that's a
taking a
good
shower.
example. Nice. Um, and yeah, for me, I would have to say I like going shopping. I don't particularly love it, but I like it.
Okay,
Yeah.
shopping for food or shopping for clothes?
I think for clothes more than food, but I enjoy both, to be honest.
Okay, cool.
Do you like
Okay,
shopping?
Stephanie. Sometimes I like shopping, but only I have to be in the right mood. I have to really
Hmm.
want to shop. When
Okay,
everything looks good. Otherwise, it's a bit tiring.
I
Stephanie
see.
likes to go to the cinema, and Gemma likes
Good example.
traveling. Cool.
Cool. Okay. So, what do we have next? So let's see what Massimo said. He said 4, I don't mind, and I think he is right. So number
So,
4 is I don't mind. So this,
so Anika, If you don't mind
Do you want to
something, do you
explain to
like
us,
it?
Jadene?
Okay. If
Okay,
you don't mind.
that's a good question. I think you don't like it or not like it. It's something in between. It's okay to do it. It may not
Okay.
be something you particularly like, but it's okay, you know. I don't mind.
Okay.
So, for example, I don't mind. Okay, I don't mind working in the evening. Yeah, so it's not particularly something people like in general, but it's okay for me. So I don't mind working in the evening.
Okay.
Okay, so we have some comments coming in here. So,
Yes. So I just wanted
Savarius,
to hi.
sorry, go ahead, Jaden.
No, it's okay. I was
I'm
gonna say
sorry, I
yeah.
kept speaking over you.
No, it's both of us. It's a different. It's strange on the webcam. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight that when we use I like, love, or hate, we usually follow it with the ing verb. So just pay attention to that. Or maybe because it's not a verb, it's a noun, but we use something in the ing form. So I like
Yeah, it's a good point.
driving, as Riza has said. Massimo has put a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I love going scuba diving. We
Yeah.
would usually say. I like doing drinks, wine with my friends. I love so much to travel around the world. So again, I love traveling around the world, we would say. And I like usually the collocation we use is having drinks. So we usually say to have drinks.
Yeah. Okay, it's a good point there. And okay, so the last part of the comment also I would like to say I love so much to travel. You better say I love traveling a lot.
Mm,
So if you want to highlight the degree of how much you like or love something, you put it at the end. I love traveling a little, I love traveling a lot, and so on. Okay.
excellent.
So next up is I don't like. Okay. What is something you guys don't like doing? Not absolutely hate it, but don't really like it. So you can tell us
Mm,
about it. So as for myself, I really don't like doing the laundry and doing the
okay.
dishes. What
Yeah,
about you,
I
Jaden? What is
agree.
something you don't like? Oops, I think we might have a little bit of connection problem there. And I hope you can still hear me. And Jaden seems to be frozen. Okay, so if you guys can hear me, tell us about what you don't like. So I was saying I don't like
No.
doing the dishes or doing the laundry. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Don't worry, it was me. My internet is bad, so I
yeah.
don't like bad Wi-Fi connection. It's
I know
something.
the feeling.
It's because it's
Yeah,
very frustrating.
it really is. It's very different from face-to-face lessons where you can just, you don't get frozen and um, so
Exactly.
yeah. Hi,
Hello,
good afternoon,
Rafaela.
Rafaela.
Yes, welcome, welcome. Join us. Tell us, we're discussing things we like and don't like. So let us know if there's anything on this scale from love to really don't like. How you feel, if there's anything for you.
Hmm.
This is specific. So I don't like red cars. Okay. So two things we can say,
Yeah.
Massimo. Number one, if you use the article a, it means you're talking about one thing. So if you use the plural, red cars, you don't need the article. So I don't like red cars. And the second thing, is we always put the adjective before the noun. So we don't like sad people, or before the sub. We don't like sad people.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay,
Okay.
so
And similarly, Stephanie, we don't need to use the article for the grapefruit because this means you're talking about one specific grapefruit. If you don't like grapefruits in general, you can just use the plural.
okay. So I'm going to type it out for you guys to take notes. Okay,
Okay.
so
We have Severio. I don't like listening to. We always, always, always put the preposition to the word listening. So I don't like
mhm.
listening to hard rock music. Okay. Riza, you don't like sleeping? That's interesting. How do you feel
Yeah,
about sleeping, Anika? Because I love
I
sleeping. I
me
love
too. I
it.
love sleeping. Once you wake up from a really
And
refreshing sleep, it's nice.
Riza, and you don't like pizza. We are completely opposite. I love pizza and I
Me
really
too,
like
absolutely.
sleeping.
Yeah,
Okay, this shocks me. I am shocked.
yeah.
But she loves shopping and working. Whoa.
Hmm.
Wow. You're inspirational. Probably I should be more like you. I should like
Yeah.
working more and pizza less. But
It's a very good
great
example.
grammar. Great grammar.
Yeah, yeah, great. Okay.
Okay.
So the last item on the scale is I hate. It's the opposite of love doing. As for me, I hate ironing. Absolutely hate ironing. So it's a word which means you have to, when you have to press and to make your clothes not wrinkled anymore. When it's like wrinkled and you have to iron it, I hate that. So, what about you
Wow.
guys? Tell us about what you hate.
Yeah, and Marisa also
Um,
says, I really like driving fast car, but remember, if we're talking about things in general, we can use the plural because it's not just one car we like. We like driving all of the fast cars.
yeah, so I will write that down. Mm,
Yes,
and
and for
what is something you
me,
hate doing, Jaden?
I'm trying to think. I really hate. I definitely hate some things, but I can't think of any.
Hmm.
I oh Massimo, I hate gym. Okay, Rafaela hates Chinese food.
Mm-hmm.
I there is something I hate, but it's very specific. I hate
Yeah.
when people drink tea and
Okay.
then put the tea bag in the sink.
Oh,
Do
really?
you know do you know what I
Well,
mean? Just put it in the bin. Put the tea bag into the trash. I don't understand. I never
I mean,
understand this.
well, then you're gonna hate me because I kind of
No.
think, yeah, I actually have a reason for it because I
Okay,
wanted to
what's the
dry off
reason?
a little bit before I put it in the bin so the water
Okay.
drains off.
Okay, no, so then there's some reasoning. If there's some
So I
reason
think, yeah.
I can accept it, but I don't like it because then it's just it's horrible.
Yeah, but then if someone else turns on the tap later on, then I would hate that. Like you have to wait for it to drain and then yeah.
Okay, so Severia, again, do you just hate one Monday or do you hate every Monday? Because if you hate every Monday, then we hate Mondays with an S. Massimo hates meatballs. Stephanie hates cooking. Okay,
Yeah. Right. This day's cooking is
very
essential.
very diverse group of people. Oh, Rosa hates her
Hmm.
hair. No,
Aw.
no.
I wish
Maybe
I
you
had
hate
curly
it.
hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but somebody else will love it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, Rafaela says, what do you hate? So I was saying I hate ironing. So I'm going to write that for you guys. So ironing is it is when you have your clothes wrinkled, like there's a lot of folds in it, and you use an iron to press it, to make it straight, to make it look flat. Okay, so I really do not like it. So I try to buy clothes when I go shopping. I try to buy clothes that don't require ironing. So sometimes it so happens that
Okay.
something I like something very much, but it looks like I have to work on it a lot and I don't buy
That's
it.
really funny. Okay.
Yeah, I hate it that much. Do you like
Cool,
ironing,
cool.
Jaden?
I don't mind ironing. I don't
Okay.
mind ironing the clothes and
Uh-huh.
also hoovering or vacuuming. I think
Oh,
it's a nice task if you have to do of all the cleaning, cleaning the windows or cleaning the kitchen. I like to hoover. So it's something that
wow.
sucks the dirt from the
Mhm.
floor.
That's very unique. I mean, that's
Really?
really nice. I wish I liked hoovering a lot. So yeah, usually I force myself. So Severio says every. I
Every
wonder what
Monday.
refers to.
It was he
Oh,
hates
every
every
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, Olga hates untangling wires. Yes, this is a good one.
A good vocabulary. Well
Yeah,
done.
I also hate having to
Yeah.
untangle things. They get very knotty. If something's tangled, we can say it forms a knot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. You're.
Raphael hates going to work every day, so you must be loving the quarantine.
Yeah. So one little thing for Rafaele, I hate going to work and not go to work. Okay. So let's move on, shall we, to our next topic. So we're going to talk about questions. What do you do in your free time? So do you like something? So you can either end the sentence with a noun. Do you like pizza, for example, or you can end the sentence with a verb in the gerund form. For example, do you like cooking? Okay. And since these are closed questions, we have basically two or maximum three responses. It could be yes, I like cooking, or yes, I like ironing, or no, I don't like whatever you don't like. I don't like driving, for example, or it's okay. Okay. And so you can also say, I like something specific in my free time. So if I say, do you like cooking in your free time? You may say, no, I don't like cooking. I like eating out in my free time. Eating out means going to a restaurant and so on. I don't like and I love, as we talked about before, is followed by a gerund of the verb. Or you could also use a noun. So, oh, here we go with some comments here. So Raisa says, I hate staying at home. Oh, nowadays, I mean, I am totally with Raisa. I feel the same. Do you like staying at home, Jadine?
No, no, I don't like staying at home, but that's an excellent example of how we can ask,
Yeah.
do you like
Um,
staying at home? No. And I just want to say to Massimo, Massimo, who is heckling me, I think, Jadine,
uh,
where are you in a box?
well, you do rather look like your ceiling is just on top of your head.
I do actually. So I'm on my bed, but above my bed there are some shelves. So like a
All
cupboard
right.
with my clothes. Yes, yes. Like a little box. Okay.
Oh, that
Um,
was a funny comment. We like funny comments, don't we?
I like that. So Olga, I like to relax on the couch when someone else is cleaning and cooking.
Oh.
Oh, fantastic. So we could say, Olga, do you like to cook and clean? You can say, no, I
Hmm.
don't like cooking and cleaning, but I like to relax on the couch when someone else is cooking and cleaning. Excellent.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I have the same thing.
So what
So
other
let's ask,
questions could we ask people?
yeah, so let's talk about something that we like or don't like. For example, um, I like sewing. Yeah, I'm actually new to it, but I'm learning, but I like sewing very much. Is there anybody who likes
Okay.
sewing?
What is sewing, Anika?
So sewing is a verb which means when you are making clothes with a thread and a needle. So sometimes people can do it by hand or you can use a machine. By hand, it takes a long time. It takes forever. So I prefer to use a machine. And so a lot of your grandmothers may be good sewers. So I'm a little bit of like your grandmothers if maybe she used to sew.
Okay.
So do you like sewing, Jadine? Or have you
No,
ever
I
tried?
no, I haven't tried, but I feel like I don't like sewing because you have to have a lot of patience and you have to be very good at paying attention to small details. And I don't like to spend a long time doing something that needs concentration. Um,
It's true. Hmm.
but Raffaele has put a comment. I like in my free time watching TV. If you look at the way it's written on the screen, Raffaele, so we always say I like, and then the activity, and then in my free time. Okay, so in that order, just like Stephanie has done here, excellent. So I like doing yoga or stretching in my free time, and also Severio. I like running in the mountains. Remember, because more than one in my free time. Cool.
Yeah, a lot of sporty people here today.
And again, Anika, this is very open for you. What do you like?
Oh, what I like. So I like so what I mentioned before was sewing. I think you may have missed the word. I like Sewing. So don't get confused by how it's written with SEW. Um, okay, I'm writing it down for you guys. So you pronounce it just like the word so, S-O, so. And again, this is the word for when you are making clothes, like this. So I hope that has been clear. If not, ask again, no problem. We're gonna try to explain in other ways.
Yes. I see you guys are telling us a lot about what you like. I want you to ask each other at least, how can you put these things into questions? So, Riza, instead of saying, I like swimming, how can we make this a question? How can we ask somebody else?
Ask us the same thing using the right question form. Okay. Um, so well, let's talk about swimming then. Do you like swimming, Jadine?
Um, yes, I do like swimming. Do you like swimming, Anika?
Yeah, in my free time I do. Yes, quite
Yes, but of
refreshing. So
course, all of the pools are closed at the moment.
yeah.
It's very sad.
So Massimo has a comment here. I like go at sea. I like going mountains to find animals. So some corrections here. I like going. Yeah, so we always use ing for like. I like going to the beach, I would say. So not at sea is not really correct. So I like going to the beach. I like going to the mountains to find animals. Yeah, that's wonderful. Sounds great. Raisa says, I like in my free time playing with my children. So again, be careful of the sentence structure. I like playing with my children in my free time. Okay, or you can use in my free time at the beginning. You can say, in my free time, I like playing with my children. Okay, so be careful of the word order there. So Severio says, I don't like, again, be careful of the gerund, I don't like staying. Or maybe spending time on my sofa too much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I think
or
so.
staying. And then we have Massimo saying, do you like snow? Oh, I love the snow. I love it when it's snowing. But unfortunately, we
Oh,
don't get a lot of snow in Milan. Do you love the snow, Jadine?
um, yes, I love the snow, but only when it's on the ground and not in a city, because in a city lots of
Hmm,
people walk on the snow and then it turns into
a mess.
some
Yeah.
exactly. But up in the mountains, yes, I like the snow. And it definitely says again, remember we need the ing. So do you like
Hmm.
walking in your free time? Yeah, I do. I really like walking actually.
Hmm. Okay. So Rafaela says she likes cooking some fish. Why? Well, I need you, Rafaela, because I do not know how to cook fish properly, but I love eating fish.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And me too. I love walking in my free time.
Okay, do you want to move on, Anika?
Okay, so we're gonna move on here. Sorry, my computer is a little bit slow, so it's taking a little bit of time.
No
Okay, here we
problem.
are. We're gonna talk about some questions using these question words.
Mm,
Okay, so how often? So how frequently you do something, and if you want to know the frequency of something, you say how often. And like before, we use the expression do you to ask questions very frequently. So, how often do you do something? Um, so, some one of you, I think it's Stephanie, told us that she likes swimming, right? So, how often do you go swimming? Okay.
okay.
So, we're curious. Tell us about how often you go swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's ask each other questions with how often as well, if that's okay for you,
Yeah,
Jadine.
that's fine. It's fine, but my
So
internet is a bit. I'm not sure what's
yeah,
happening, but we can try. We can try.
okay, yeah. Some days it's just you don't know. Okay, so how often do you? So Jadine said you like hoovering. How often do you hoover?
Not so often. Maybe I hoover once a month. This is why I like it because I don't do it. An excellent
Okay.
riser. So, how often do you go on holiday?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, maybe short holidays, maybe 4 times a year.
Hmm.
What about you, Anika? How often do you go on
Well,
holiday?
I think I go on holiday, I would have to say once a year. Like I usually go to another country to visit a family member or like a relative. So once a year. Um, yeah, once a year for me. Not very often.
But is that including in Italy? Do you ever go on holiday in Italy?
Well, I go on short trips. Like at the weekend, I would go on trips here and there to different cities. And sometimes I would go somewhere in Europe to visit a city, but I wouldn't say like a long holiday. you know.
Okay. And also another question for you. So how
Hmm.
often do you go swimming? Remember, we don't need go to, it's just go and then swimming. We always put this together. So I go swimming, do you go swimming?
Yeah, good point. Well, Rafaela, I go swimming very rarely. I like it, but I don't have a pool very near my house. So I go swimming, I would have to say once every 2 months. So very,
Okay.
very rarely. So this is a word that might be useful for you guys. Rarely.
Yeah, so it means not often.
Yeah. So here is an interesting question here. How often do you go to your country? Well, it's been a long time for me. I don't know about Jadine, but for me, the last
Oh,
time I went to the country of my origin, which is Bangladesh, it was in 2015. So it's been 5 years already.
wow. That's a
Yeah,
long
because my
time.
relatives and families are in different countries.
Okay.
Yeah, I usually go to other countries to visit them. And what about Jadine?
Oh,
How often do you? So I know that you're quite new in Italy. So have you gone
yeah,
back recently?
I have actually. I've already been back two times. And I am supposed to go again this month, but obviously I can't because of the
Hmm.
quarantine. So because I live quite close, just 2 hour
Hmm.
flight, if there is an event that's happening at home in London,
Hmm.
that I can go to or I want to, then I go home. So for me, I go
Hmm.
quite frequently, quite often.
Okay. So let's move on with the next question, shall we? With who? So the structure here is so as Jadine has written down before, with who is about the person.
Yes.
Mm, so how would we form the structure of the question? Could you think of an example, Jadine?
Yeah. So if we're still talking about swimming,
Hmm?
we can say, how often do you go swimming? Who do you go swimming with?
Yeah. So with is at the end of the question, as prepositions are usually at the end. For example, where are you from? Yeah, not from where are you. So if you ask me, who do you go swimming with? I go swimming alone on my own.
Okay.
And yeah, what about you, Jaden? Who do you go swimming with?
I also go swimming alone, actually.
Yeah, it's nice. You can take your time, all the
Yeah.
time you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Or
oh,
I used to go swimming with my mum as well, if
oh,
I do go with anyone.
oh, that must have been nice. So Rafaela asks, who do you go with cinema with? Anika, right? It depends. I often go to the
So,
So I often go to the cinema with friends. I like to go to the cinema with a group of friends. It's more fun because you can later talk about it and you can hang out, do something else after, have dinner together and so on. So what about you, Rafaela? Who do
okay.
you go to cinema with?
Exactly. And Stephanie has also answered this one.
Hmm.
So I usually go to the cinema with my friend, just one friend or many friends,
Hmm.
or my family. Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Okay. So we have the next question here. Where? So where is used for location, as we wrote down before. So where, I will think of an example. So where do you like to go swimming? Do you like to go swimming in the pool, or do you prefer to go to swim in the sea? Okay, so
Um, I like to go swimming in the pool, I think, because I'm not a very good swimmer. So in
hmm,
the pool, there is no waves, and it feels more safe What about you, Anika? Where do you like to go swimming?
Yeah, it's the same for me. I enjoy swimming in the pool, although I would have to say the chlorine is not good for your hair, but
That's
I still
true.
would rather swimming in the pool.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And for everybody else, where do you like to go swimming if you go swimming? Or where do you
Hmm.
like to go shopping if you go shopping?
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on with the next word here. So when. Okay. Hmm. So if you guys have any questions, any interesting question, please feel free to tell us, to let us know when, and then if you're curious about something. So Raisa here, okay, there's some comments coming up. Okay, so where are you from, Anika? So right, okay, very good question structure from the preposition is at the end. So as I said before, I'm originally from Bangladesh. Okay, that's where I was born. And Raisa says, where do you like to go in weekend? So I would rather say, where do you like to go at the weekend or
Yeah,
on the
so
weekend? What
we
do you prefer to say, Jadine?
um we usually I think say on the weekend because we use on for
Hmm?
days and the weekend is kind of like a day. So on Monday, on Tuesday, on the weekend, it's like a
Hmm.
specific day.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
to answer the question, where do I like
Hmm.
to go on the weekend? Um, like I said, I'm new in Milan, so I like to just go
Hmm.
around and look at different places. So the different kind of areas. I like Porto
Hmm.
Venezia is nice. Also Navili is a really nice
Right.
area.
Yeah, those
Okay,
are
and
really
this
nice places to have.
yeah, this can be for everyone. So for all of you, when do you go to my English school?
Very good question. Yeah, some students
Very nice
coming.
structure.
Hmm. So where many students come in the mornings or in the evenings. I think there are
Mm,
many more students in the evenings than in the mornings.
probably. And
Yeah.
also, do you come on a specific day? Do you come every
Hmm.
Monday or do you come? I like to come 2 times a week, maybe.
Hmm. Right. So you could also ask, how often do you go to English school? My English school.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Um, so while you guys answer, shall we quickly look at the third person? Because otherwise I think we'll run out of
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Let's move on to third person. So we have talked about okay. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit because we have done many of these things we talked about. Okay, unfortunately, we don't have the third person here. Okay,
Ah,
so
okay,
if
so
it's um,
you can choose a slide if you want, and we can just introduce it
hmm, um,
because it's easier
okay,
now.
here's some. Sorry, what was that? Could you say?
I said if you just choose a slide that you want to go on, we can just
Hmm.
introduce the third person on that slide
Yeah, sure.
because it's not so
How about
complicated.
um, yeah, I was thinking that there are more vocabulary here that some of them we haven't discussed, talking more about likes and dislikes. So we can
Okay,
use the third person to talk about this.
yeah, it's perfect. So you guys can see there are two new words on this slide. At the bottom, we also have I adore and I can't stand. So, Anika, what is the difference between I adore and I can't stand?
Hmm. So I adore means when you really, really like something or love doing something. For example, I adore reading good books. Okay, I really like it. So if you, so what about you guys? Share with us what you adore doing. And can't stand instead is when you really hate doing something, or when you hate something in specific. For example, I can't stand waiting in line. Can't stand waiting in a queue. It's very
Yeah,
annoying. Yeah.
yeah,
So what
exactly.
about
I
you
think
guys?
that's good.
Something you adore, and tell us about something you can't stand. What about
Yes.
Jadine?
Um, so
Something you adore
I
and something you can't stand.
I adore warm weather
Hmm.
and I can't stand capers.
You can't stand
Capers.
the
The
capers. Okay. Really? I
small
love
green,
capers.
yeah. No, I can't stand them. They're so salty. But so
Yeah,
this is the
sometimes
point.
they can.
So if Anika and I want to talk about each other, we can do this in the third person.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
Federica has just said, sorry, what about I don't mind? So I don't mind means I don't like it and I don't hate it. It's in the middle.
Yeah. And usually I don't mind refers to something that people usually don't like, isn't it? Wouldn't you say so? Like if I say I don't mind doing the dishes, I mean people don't in general don't like it, but it's okay for me.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good point as well. Um,
Yeah.
so yes, so just if we want to use the third person, Anika, how do these words change?
So the verb must be in the plural form if you want to use the third person. So if I talk about Jadine, based on what she told
Exactly.
me, Jadine loves or Jadine adores warm weather. Okay, Jadine
Yes.
adores and not adore. And she can't stand. Oh, this is a different one. So some verbs cannot have plural forms. For example, can, will, or some modal verbs. So in that case, it stays the same. So I would say
Yeah,
Jadine can't stand. What was it that you can't stand again? uh,
capers.
capers. Yes, you can't stand capers. So capers is the small green would it be a vegetable?
I
Well,
don't
the small
know.
green thing. Yeah, it's very salty. Sometimes it
Very
comes
salty.
raw, sometimes it comes in oil. So yeah. So
Yes, so
tell us.
this is for the positive. So Raffaele has given us the negative, but the comments are moving too quickly, so I can't I can't get it. Um,
Okay. So Raisa says, I really like cooking, but I love eating. And Rafaela says she doesn't like eating pizza every day. Great job. So, doesn't is the correct word form for the third person. And the only problem is the gerund eating pizza with like. So, as Stephanie says, I love watching action films. Great. Me too. I love watching action films.
yeah, so do
And
I.
horror films too, which a lot of people don't like, I know. Do you
Ugh,
like horror films?
I don't like horror films. So I love action films, but I hate horror films.
All right. So Giampiero says he adores. So again, third person plural verb adores eating fish. Right. So I think we have covered pretty much everything for today.
Yeah, I think so. Massimo, I am the same. I love pizza. I could eat pizza every day.
Yeah. So we're running out of time. So shall we wrap up a little bit? So if you have any questions, last minute questions, let us know. So just to review things a little bit, we have talked about some like and dislike vocabulary as listed on the screen. Um, and we have talked about the third person plural verbs and how to make questions using do you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I have nothing else to add.
Okay.
But yeah, well done everybody in the comments as well. And thank you for being so interactive because it makes it so much more fun for us.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Have a great day then. Bye.
Bye.